Boom, 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 boom. Coming up in this video, 3 unique signs you are a Heyoka, the most sarcastic
and powerful
empath.
Ever wondered why your mouth sometimes cracks jokes without seeming to consult your brain? Then this video is definitely for you.
Yeah, okay, I'll own it. It can be tough when you've got a natural talent for sarcasm and are down to clown, but you also want to help people.
Hashtag real talk.
Hashtag we can relate.
So in this video, we're going to spill the beans on 3 signs unique to Heyoka Empaths, which is the snarkiest healer.
But before we get in too deep and go back to the hotel, I'm Heather.
And I'm David.
No, wait.
Reverse that.
And we're glad to have you join us here at
ZenRoseGarden.com. Let's get jiggy with it with this Heyoka Empath crazy thing. Chances are, if you think you're one.
If you think you're it, you might be it.
You might be on the right channel. So
yes.
Heyoka is a Native American word for sacred clown.
You mean someone who uses their smartass, sometimes rude, sarcastic humor to get all up in your face and get you to see the world upside down and inside out? Get out of your own way and heal, you know?
Yes,
like
exactly. And I was like, okay, I think I'm here for that. Question. Can you think of a time when you were deep in the land of the lost, feeling some kind of way, and some smartass, he's self-identifying right now, and some smartass cracked a joke that had an epic truth bomb hidden in it, like sniped it.
Never done that. Or did something absolutely ridiculous, not naming any names, that made you want to flip them off and hug them at the same time because it was exactly what you needed to break through that obstacle, whatever that was for you?
I'm telling you, truth be told, I want to flip off and hug David much of the time. But let us know if you have been there yourself.
Drop a hashtag Heyoka in the comments. OMG, my husband, 100%.
You want to flip him off and hug him at the same time, right? Everyday experience living with David. Yep. The nice thing about Heyokas is they don't take things personally. Mostly personally, right. Unless we're,
Medium Star says, my ex-husband told me everyone always wants a little ass, but no one wants a smart ass. I call bullshit. Everybody wants the right kind of smart ass.
It depends on what mood you're in. Question for you guys. What is the first thing you think of when I say the word empath?
Let us know in the comments. Is it somebody who's super sensitive, can't leave the house, maybe overwhelmed with emotions, hashtag agoraphobia?
So these are some typical answers, right, that we give, but it doesn't encompass all the types of empaths. So exactly,
or
right?
all the type of asses.
So exactly, right? It's not typically what we think of as some long-haired redhead hippie hipster teaching you how to be offended about other people getting offended that you're offended.
Or wearing a shiny metallic unitard while teaching you how to take Instagram-ready yoga pictures that look hashtag spiritual AF.
So that's not the stereotypical idea of an empath, right? Now, drop in the comments if you know who I'm talking about. One of my favorite.
If that sounds like anybody that you know.
Yeah.
A lot of smart ass has super sensitive, takes on other people's emotions. I feel a lot of people's emotions. Better to be a smart ass than a dumbass. That's quoting my hubby. I love that one. I say that all the time. What do Heyokas do?
I think I'm going to tell you right now.
Tell me the things.
So in Native American ceremonies, in the traditional sense of the word, the Heyoka's role is to cause disruption in order to enable others to see things differently and encourage new possibilities.
Can you say hashtag market disruption?
So this disruption is humorous, rowdy, and sometimes borderline offensive.
But
I love how he's overly self-identifying.
No, there's no overly to it. Everything that I'm like, yeah, that's me. But the goal of the Heyoka Empath is to open minds and heal. They see life differently and shift people's thinking by startling them out of the status quo. Can you say pattern interrupt?
Yes.
And showing them different ways of looking at things.
So they also they don't take life too seriously and encourage you to enjoy life and basically pull your head out of your own ass.
So Heyoka empaths also behave as a mirror, reflecting other people's behavior back to them so that others can see themselves in a new way and to begin to heal.
They also have the ability to shift the energy of a group through their understanding of emotions.
Boom. Modern Heyoka empaths often say or do shocking or controversial things to shift the energy and change perceptions to allow others to begin to see clearly.
So this kind of empath doesn't heal in a conventional way. They create space for others to become more aware of unhelpful patterns of thought and behavior and get them to heal themselves.
Because they're trying to get to happy hour and it's already 4:45.
Well, that's our life, right? So Heyoka empaths often heal through chaos and disruption if it is needed for a specific situation.
This is not always a peaceful, easy, fluffy, rainbow healing kind of thing.
However, it is sometimes needed for someone who is totally stuck in the unicorn poop that has dried on the carpet.
Sometimes you just got to rip out the carpet and put in tile. Or let Heather do it.
That's my life the last year remodeling. Basically, they are adaptable healers that often use different methods of healing for each person.
Because each person is unique. Okay, so here's the thing.
Okay.
We found lists on the internet that lay out all the signs of being a Heyoka, right? And a lot of them have a lot of things that are just common to anyone that is empathic.
Like, duh, you are a human.
But we chose to talk about the ones that are specific Heyoka characteristics.
In general, first, Heyoka energy heals by pointing out the ridiculous nature of a situation. So Heyokas often surprise or shock people with what they say or do.
Eventually, some people get it and others don't. But the Heyoka is pretty much okay either way. They've probably already moved on and went to happy hour.
So the Heyoka empath is a joker, a jester, a satirist.
A smoker, a toker. Oh.
I was just gonna, that was in my head. That's why it was in my head. And likes to poke the tiger. That's kind of my job. I'm a tiger poker.
And I'm the tiger she poked. Wait a minute, no.
So not because they are an anarchist. It's not purely to cause chaos, but because their goal is healing by awakening others through non-conventional means.
The Heyoka empath may occasionally appear to some to be negative and sarcastic, but that is simply a part of their ability to shake that tree, push the envelope, and get others from getting too lost in the clouds to escape reality to avoid healing their pain.
So while a few common traits of the Heyoka empath are the ability to pick up on things very fast, having a million ideas running through their heads all the time, appearing younger than they are, doing things backwards, and being emotionally unpredictable. I need chocolate and wine. We found the following three to be the most interesting.
3 unique signs of a Heyoka empath.
Number 1.
Humor.
So they use humor and outside the box thinking to open people's minds and energy to wisdom and healing.
Number 2.
The great mirror.
So the Heyoka is an emotional mirror.
Let me clarify. They're not in a glass case of emotion. They are an intentional emotional mirror.
Okay. Not a glass case of emotion. All right. So they will sense an emotional reaction in you and then use it as a guide to reflect back what's going to help you most on your journey so that you can discover a part of yourself that you never knew existed. Number 3.
They routinely interrupt people.
Even though they don't mean to.
Heyoka empaths struggle to wait their turn.
This isn't because they're rude.
It is because they have so many new thoughts and ideas popping into their heads all the time.
They worry that they're going to forget that one important thing.
So they push it into the conversation.
As quickly as they can.
Then Rose Garden secrets revealed. I will sometimes be live and I'll have this new idea pop in while we're live and I'll start going on it and David will interrupt me and we have a method where I have this paper that I'll point to that says new idea. So he'll shut the fuck up for a minute. So I get my idea out.
Is the paper.
That's why. So we
why I interrupt them? because I know what they are going to say and I don't want to waste time.
Me too.
I guess a little rude, but I'm working on it. Yes, it's a constant thing for me too, for both of us actually. Tanya says, OMG, I'm making my husband watch this video. That describes him to a T, but he keeps interrupting me.
It's also because when you're really in tune with somebody empathically, and when you're a couple, it's like you kind of do anticipate what each other is saying. But I mean, it's funny. Sometimes we get messages from people who are like, I don't like watching you because you interrupt each other all the time. It's now you know why.
It's a hazard of our awesome.
A classic story of a sacred clown, and it comes from Greek mythology. There's a story about Demeter and Persephone, and Persephone was Demeter. Demeter is the goddess of the spring, right? And her daughter Persephone got kidnapped by Hades and went into the underworld, and she was kind of really, really, really sad. So she was sitting crying by a fountain, and Babo, the belly goddess, who's like this little belly goddess with like, I think like her belly button is her vagina and her nipples were eyeballs. And she's like this ridiculous looking belly goddess. Yeah. And she came up to Demeter and like clowned around and made her laugh and got her out of her funk. And I'm like, that's a totally perfect classical example of a sacred clown. But I'm going to say that when I read all of this, that was an ancient story of a sacred clown. But when I read all of this information on Heyoka, I thought of two people that fit that description. The one we described earlier, JP Sears and David. You are a sacred clown.
Oh,
you are my sacred
hashtag
clown.
sacred clown.
My sacred clown.
Oh no, wait a minute. You cannot just throw me under the clown bus. I am not going there by myself. You get to ride shotgun in the clown car.
Good, because I need a chauffeur, pretty much.
Yeah.
In my phantom.
Becky says, hashtag dead at eyeball nips.
It does. It's a real thing. Babo the belly goddess. Her eyeballs are the nipples.
B-A-U-B-O.
And look it up. It's a real thing. I'm not making this shit up. It's Babo the belly goddess.
Say my eyes are up here.
It's B-A-U-B-O. Babo the belly goddess.
Okay. And
hashtag Greek mythology.
Yes. Medium Star says, you guys mesh so well, even with the interruptions. Becky says, he's always got to go there with the spanking and the things. Yeah. We might have a dungeon downstairs, except that we don't have it downstairs. Tanya says, absolutely. Laughter raises the vibration. Yes. Brian says, yes, because it breaks up the monotony. Ginger says, I disagree about the interrupting. I think you two mesh great together. Oh, Ginger.
See, that kind of stuff. I thank you. The thing is, when we do get comments like that, it's not very often, but it just is kind of like, oh, we poked the tiger, so that's good. That means we've like ruffled up the feathers somewhere to make you think about yourself. So,
and then Ginger says, hashtag I love Heather story time.
This has been so much fun today. This was one of my favorite topics we've done for a minute.
And thanks for watching. We love to spend time with you, our hashtag YouTube tribe.
So this is our 6th video in our series exploring this sometimes out of control thing that is a big part of what makes you beautifully human, the gift of empathy. So click the playlist link in the description if you want to watch the rest of the series.
Boom, boom. It's down there. Go check it out. If you like this video, smack that like button.
If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. We like to make it easy for you.
And for more live hangouts, behind the scenes secrets, and mind hacking pro tips,
be sure to subscribe.
And spank that bell to turn notifications on.
So you will never have to remember
when we drop a new video.
Or go live.
And we know that time is a valuable and precious resource, and the fact that you guys have chosen to spend that with us, we honor and appreciate that. We love hanging out with you, but most importantly, that you are here to level up your mind, your life, and everything about you to a whole new level. We honor and appreciate that even more. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
Look, we even put some other things that you might like right here and right here. Which one are you going to watch first?
The suspense is killing me.